What up, what up, what up, weirdos? It's your boy Raindrop, Raindog, Ranger Rizzle, my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to BXTV, aka Back from Hell, your Spotify and YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you need to know with your boys. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, welcome back,
Yes.
welcome back. The finest nerds on the internet. Well, the stonedest ones. I can promise you that.
Yep.
Maybe not the finest. We are the most baked. That is for sure. You want brain rot, you got it. Nah, but for real, with James Gunn doing Superman, well, that sounded dirty. Maybe he's doing Superman. I could see James Gunn getting his wife to throw on a Superman costume, getting freaky. Not a Supergirl costume. Like he's gonna make her wear like shoulder pads and shit. like yeah, come on. He's gonna make her put a little swirl. You seen her, the chick from Peacemaker? That's his wife. She can kick ass.
Really?
Yeah, dude. That blonde chick. That blonde chick's his wife.
No shit.
Yes, I can't remember her name, but like that's his wife, dude. The badass that like talks shit to Peacemaker, but they have like a weird little thing going on, which like always confused me. That I'm like, James Gunn wrote his wife to be like, I don't know if it ever is gonna like sprout into anything, but like there is like some weird tension between her and fucking Peacemaker, John Cena. So it's like, but either way.
Or maybe, shocker, she's that good of an actress.
Yeah, fair. That's doing her job. She's doing her job well. But my point being is we wanted to give some light to Superman because we never do. We never do here on Brain Dead. And I was like, dude, there is so many animated movies on Max or HBO Max, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. There's so many.
HBO Max.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever. There's so many that it was kind of hard to pick. We almost went with Red Sun because it seemed interesting, but I mainly picked Man of Tomorrow, the 2020 movie, because it seemed like the most like basic raw Superman movie. You know, no weird twist. Yeah. Had characters from the comics, all that, this, that, and the third. And man, oh man, do I hate myself for how much I enjoyed a Superman movie, because I am not the biggest Superman fan, but damn, bro, fucking. So I mean, this movie had, just for instance, it stars Superman, Lobo, Lex Luthor, Parasite. If you don't know who Parasite is, crazy fucking villain.
Yeah.
And it's just Superman and Lobo and Lex trying to fight a kaiju. Martian Manhunter appears. I mean, it's everything. It's everything you want in a Superman movie. And from start to finish, it tells you the story of Superman, how he got there, basically what happened to his race, and like Lobo's race, Martian Manhunter's race. Lex Luthor is a fucking prick who, like, at the end of the day wants to just like be Mr. Power God over Superman, and like
because he's fucking Lex Luthor and
he's bald.
Zachary Quinto, fucking spacey. Like when he was saying, like when Lex Luthor was saying that whole thing about like, you know, I who holds the power, I hold the power, I have the ring. It was like, this is exactly what Kevin Spacey said in fucking like Superman Returns. Like when he's like, fly now, and stab Superman with a piece of fucking kryptonite. So like, yeah. It was awesome.
It was, dude. It was. I mean, dude, and like you said, fucking Zachary Quinto plays Lex Luthor, or voices Lex Luthor. Ryan Hurst, who's Lobo, and a bunch of other characters on TV. He voices Lobo, and it's fucking awesome. I mean, Lobo is a filthy cussing, cigar smoking maniac, and they did his lore great, in my opinion. I mean, the bike, the cigars, the cussing, the jokes, the fragging, like all of his powers and his weapon, like his weapon layout.
When he was trying to hit on Lois Lane.
Oh my God! She's like, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore.
Oh, my
Oh yeah, dude, he licks it and he gets fucking electrocuted. But yeah, basically, long story short, Superman is figuring out who he is as a reporter, and Lobo shows up and he's hunting him because he's looking for the last Kryptonian, and he basically finds out he's a Kryptonian, which unlocks Martian Manhunter from
Yep.
LexCorp, because LexCorp had him locked up, and Lobo in his fight freed him. And then basically Lobo uses this weird fucking anti-grenade thing and
Yeah.
anti-power grenade, and it basically covers Rudy Jones full of it and turns him into Parasite. And Parasite is a guy who can just absorb everybody's powers momentarily, but the more power and energy he absorbs, the bigger and stronger he gets, and he basically turns into a giant fucking kaiju that is just wreaking havoc. So I mean, it's
And I was half expecting a fucking Godzilla scream, and I was kind of disappointed. Like, aw, like you could have, it could have been in the background, you know, because I could so badly just wanted to hear that. You know?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I like what they did personally with it. I genuinely like thought Metropolis was fucked for a good like bit. Like I thought
Yeah.
some like real civilians were about to like get. I mean, dude. Also, can we talk about how like Clark is barely like been Superman, and he's just like throwing Lobo through buildings and shit, and it's like, okay, so are we just gonna like ignore that there's people in these skyscrapers, or like we're just throwing people through fucking
I'm just
buildings?
throw them through a random empty building because like every time they go through, it's always
it's some like garage,
an
like
empty mall.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I'm like, yo, but no, like there was a couple buildings that he just like throws them at, and he like takes a giant chunk out, and I'm like, what are the people inside doing? I want that view. I want the view of everybody inside.
Yeah, just that fucking
everything
to
falling
be
off the
fair-
fucking walls and shit in the office. Like,
I hate saying this, but Batman versus Superman did a really good job of doing that. When
the one thing they did.
The one thing they did right was the fight with General Zod and fucking Batfleck having to save a bunch of people in Metropolis. Like that shit was done wonderfully. Like
Once again, a Zack Snyder movie that has a weird hue.
Yeah, and
him and Michael Bay, bro. Them and their tinted like fucking
because
filters.
Like, at the end of fucking Dawn of what was it? At the end of Dawn of the Dead, it kind of got like that weird like view. Yeah.
I'm not making this shit up, bro. I'm on his ass. I'm on that ass.
And, all right, so like, Michael Bay has a weird tint. Fucking, God, what was the one I'm talking about? Zack Snyder. I'm thinking of the guy who directed The Force Awakens. What was his name? Who did Lost?
Oh fuck, I don't know his name, but I know you're talking about.
His thing is fucking lens flares.
Yeah,
like lens flares galore. Is fuck. I'm brain farting right now. It'll come to me.
Yeah,
whatever. We're talking in the middle of Superman. I'm just gonna scream it out.
Either way, though, I think all this really did was get me really excited for James Gunn's movie, because like this felt like a nice like basic raw story of like who Superman is and a few of his mates and foes. You know, you get three villains. You get one superhero partner type guy, a friend, you know, an ally, Martian Manhunter. Which I
thought they did a really good job with.
Oh yeah, dude, I loved his little like human disguise.
Yeah, I I was gonna say that too. I like the fact that like when he's in the human disguise, like it's almost like the traditional Men in Black,
Yeah,
garb.
yeah. With the hat though,
Like,
the hat
and
and the
like
hat
it's
made it
creepy.
even.
Yeah, it's just creepy. And every time like people would walk by, he'd just disappear.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
that shit
I'm
was
not
creepy.
gonna lie. I didn't know who the fuck he was at first. I did not know who he was.
Yeah, I watched the trailer when we planned to do
Oh,
the
I
episode.
didn't.
Um, so I knew that he was gonna show up, but I didn't know he was gonna be that guy.
I didn't know
Like,
he was in it. I knew
they did a
Lobo
good job of
was,
keeping that.
and I know
Yeah,
that. And I googled Ruby Jones or whatever his name was, uh, while the movie was going.
Parasite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Parasite. Because I found out I ruined that he was Parasite for myself because I was like, I feel like I know that name, and I was like, yeah, that's who I thought it was.
actually, I weirdly enough, as I was watching the movie, I thought that they had made up a villain. It's just like,
No,
oh, they're. I was like, this is like almost like Doomsday, but not quite Doomsday. And I'm like, I'm kind of cool with that. Like, I was gonna bring that up, but like now that I know he's an established character, it's like, okay, that makes sense.
yeah, I don't think he's
Like,
very. I don't think he's very old though. I don't think. I was reading about him earlier when I looked up the
yeah,
dude's name, Parasite DC. Let's see. Parasite DC first appearance. Firestorm Volume 2, number 58, created by blah, 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 blah. His first appearance is in Superman Giant Volume New 52. All right, so 2000 something.
yeah.
Wait, Action Comics 3 4. So what's fuck, dude? It's saying Parasite first appearance Jensen Action Comics 340 1966 Jones Firestorm. All right, so this one,
Yeah.
the one we're talking about was 1987 apparently. I don't know. Either way, Parasite was a sick villain. I fucking loved him
Yeah.
and I'm so sorry for all the shit I've talked on Superman. This was dope.
I'm kind of looking forward to a lot of other animated Superman movies because I want to see what they did, what they were trying to do before this in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
DC animated universe, and also like this was kind of. I liked the fact that they kind of just retconned whatever the Snyderverse was because this was in 2020, so like right around when Justice League and shit would have been coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I liked how they kind of, like you said, they retconned it, but they explained Superman's background without it being cliche. You know,
Oh yeah,
like
no. And like Martian Manhunter kind of like explaining
yeah.
it made it a little like more entertaining, I
Oh,
guess.
and one thing that I wanted to kind of point out too, in the beginning of the movie, it's young Clark Kent goes to like have a sleepover with his friend, and they're watching like a 50s horror movie, and
Oh
it's about
yeah.
aliens and aliens being the bad guy, and like he kind of flips his lid a little bit because it's kind of like implied that at that point in time he knew about not
Yeah.
being from
Earth.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that take of like if an alien saw or watched a movie, any movie about aliens, they would want to kill us too.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, for sure. For sure. For sure. They would not appreciate how we depict them.
yeah. Yeah. It's like,
And I mean, like that. I mean, it shows you though, like how humans are, because fucking he like is calming Parasite, and then they all start throwing fucking Molotov cocktails at him.
Molotov cocktails at
And
him.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, that's gonna help. The dude was like chilling out for a minute, and he's telling you to accept aliens, and this guy's a human actually, and you're like, disregard the whole Superman
got
speech.
Yeah. Oh my god! Ah, giant! It's not because he's an alien. It's because he's a giant monster.
Yeah, fair. I don't know, dude. I was like, these dudes, totally said fuck everything Superman just said to me. Let's kill this monster. Like,
Yeah. And
they.
then like
Oh, you're cutting out really bad.
oh sorry, no, I'm also like wandering over to this side for some reason. Um no, like it, like that whole speech was a little weird for me. It kind of took me out for a minute. But then like,
I was, I was gonna be really pissed off if he beat the monster Parasite by talking him down. I was gonna be very fucking like, this is why I hate Superman, bro. But that is not what happened. So I
no.
was not livid.
I was actually kind of glad that there was another 10 minutes left at that point in time.
Yes.
So it's like
too.
in a Superman comic, that would have been the ending. you know?
For sure.
Like,
for surely, dude. No, for sure.
oh, we're gonna get a scientist to administer a cure for this guy, and everything will be sunshine and rainbows, truth, justice, American way. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And that's not how it ended at all.
No, I won't tell you guys exactly how it ends, so you have something to look forward to. But I definitely think you should watch it. I think this was awesome. It was great. It kind of reminded me of like early Justice League, like cartoon days, a little bit.
I have to agree with you on that. And it kind of enforced to me the idea that Jason Momoa really should have been Lobo from the.
Well, they casted him as it recently, so.
Okay.
Not recently, but like
perfect.
A couple months ago.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was like established or whatever.
And also, real quick, I like to see a Superman movie weirdly without all the Superman accoutrement. Like, you don't have the Fortress of Solitude. You don't have, like, you know, he barely gets the suit until like the middle of the movie. And I was kind of like okay with that, you know?
It's like, I mean, it was cool. I mean, it was cool. Fucking, I don't know. We'll see. I'm honestly open-minded to anything at this point with Superman after watching that. So I'm not really like as close-minded as I was, because I definitely was like very close-minded about it for a little while. But definitely opened me up, and I hope you guys watch this little quick review, and feel the same.
Oh yeah, and leave us a comment down below and tell us we're wrong. If we watch this movie and you go like, this was hot dog shit, call me out on it.
If you think this is a bad Superman animated movie, let us know which one you think is good. Give us some direction. Yeah. Give us we'll review it. We'll let you know if we think it's better than Superman Man of Tomorrow, you know? Let us know. Let us know down below. And remember, follow us on Twitch at BrainDeadXTV. We stream every Friday and Saturday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So remember, never offended, always recommended. Peace. Oh, wrong button.